Governor Andy Beshear's bus rolled into the UPS Operations Center to talk to workers during a Teamsters shift change.
A good job in Democrat or Republican, a new bridge in red or blue, and we can't be Team Democrat or Team Republican. We have to be Team Kentucky.
Cameron started in Shelbyville, then hit Georgetown before a meeting with a lunchtime crowd at a Richmond barbecue restaurant. He cited a new poll just released today that shows a dead heat. 47% for all.
Look, I've said all along, we are going to win this race. I've had no doubts about that. Look, Andy Beshear is unpopular. You talk to anybody in this state, they are mad at a governor who shut down their churches, their small businesses, and their schools.
The other Republican constitutional office seekers joined Cameron in Richmond, and they all said pretty much the same thing. They are predicting a Republican sweep come Tuesday night.
Because
Cameron says the race isn't about Republicans or Democrats. He says it's about the crazy versus the normal.
And we have got a wonderful opportunity to reclaim this Commonwealth for normal, common sense Kentucky values, and that is what we will do on November 7th.
Beshear says the economy is red hot and says that momentum will continue with him.
This is our time. We have waited so long in Kentucky to not just leapfrog 10 other states' economies. We want to be a top 10 state economy.
Both candidates will deliver their messages to supporters in Western Kentucky on Saturday. Phil Pendleton, WKYT.